By virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated on this occasion. Let's pause for a while. Thank you. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. My name is Ramahwai Mahano. I'm the Vice Principal giving oversight to the portfolio of institutional development. At UNISA, we understand graduations to be celebratory. And we want to invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the proceedings and the UNISA hospitality. It is indeed with the greatest of pleasures for me to welcome you all to the magnificent Magalnek campus of the University of South Africa on the occasion of the first UNISA Spring Graduation Ceremony, which is part of the 45 spring graduation ceremonies scheduled for this year. The graduation ceremonies will be held here in Pretoria, East London, Polokwane, Durban, Bloemfontein, Mbombela, Cape Town, as well as Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. We are informed by the Office of the Registrar that at the end of the spring ceremonies, not less than 17,120 graduates would have been awarded their qualifications. And this figure, when added to the number of candidates who graduated during the autumn ceremonies, totals to 65,000. This is a phenomenal figure not paralleled by any other institution in the country, neither in the continent. So we are very, very grateful as a university to contribute so meaningfully towards the knowledge and skills economies of our country. Just 2 weeks ago, we hosted special graduation ceremonies for our students who could not graduate on account of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 and 2021. And because we place premium value on the entire student work and experience, starting from the time the student would be making an application to the university and registering, up until the time when the student would be graduating and becoming part of the UNISA convocation, we deemed it fit that we should actually accord them that beautiful experience also of graduating and receiving their certificates in a formal graduation ceremony of the university. And in those ceremonies, which were held back to back, not less than 10,000 candidates were acknowledged and they received their qualifications. But then, as I welcome you, please allow me to extend warm greetings and an expression of gratitude from the Chancellor and former State President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Dr. Thabo Mbeki, the Principal and Vice Chancellor of our university, Professor Puleng Lingabula, and the Council of our university, ably led by Dr. Daniel Musia. These leaders of our university are truly delighted about the successes being celebrated this morning and have delegated us to convey a message of support and congratulations to you, the graduates, and have similarly asked us to thank the parents, the guardians, spouses, and relatives accompanying the graduates for the support that they have granted you during the course of your studies. And to them, we want to say we are deeply indebted as a university to your altruistic kind of support that you generously accorded the graduates during the course of their studies. We actually want to say to you that we are out of words to thank you appropriately for this magnificent gesture of kindness for yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of South Africa has an illustrious history, or history if you wish, spanning 152 years of existence as an institution of higher learning whose raison d'etre, that is the very reason why it exists, is to shape futures in service of humanity and to reclaim Africa's intellectual futures. Pursuant to this Pan-Africanist ideal, we are delighted and thus exude pride that even after the sesquicentennial period of existence, we are still resolute and unwaveringly committed to ensuring that excellence and success remain to be the virtues defining the fabric we are made of. This ceremony is hosted and conducted in accordance with the statute of the University of South Africa and patterned along the tradition of celebrating the fulfillment of all the requirements attached to the qualifications that were registered for by those who are graduating. In this ceremony, a total of 450 diploma and degree certificates will be awarded, but only 232 will receive their certificates in praesentia. In other words, these are candidates who are present in this auditorium and they will be receiving their qualifications in person. But of this number that will be graduating this morning, 17 will receive their diploma and degrees cum laude, that is with distinction. I thought you would clap hands for those. To assist me to preside over this ceremony, it is my singular honor to acknowledge the following officials of the university. To start off with, we have the presence of Vice Principal Finance, Byron Stanfleet, and also Vice Principal Operations and Facilities, Motebeli. And the office of the registrar is represented by Professor Moloko Sepota, as well as Mr. Bezaden Wood. Representing the College of Human Sciences is Professor Didi Mpoti. The College of Economic and Management Sciences is represented by Dr. M.T. Masechava, who is the acting executive dean, as well as Professor O.M. Lidimo. The College of Education is represented by Dr. M. Chauke, as well as Dr. G.K.B. Gomba. In addition, we have doctoral candidates, and it is proper and quite fitting that we acknowledge people who supervised these doctoral candidates to completion. We acknowledge Professor H.M. Williams for the candidate Albertina Manyinyane Pitlela, and Dr. F.N. Ntwedibe for the candidate Lekau Daniel Mguni, Dr. L. Matebe for the candidate Mampete Jemina Mukeng, Professor MP Modise for the candidate Motswalle Christina Kanyani, Professor AP Amadi Echendu for the candidate Malente Mokaiji Mudungwa, and similarly Professor AP Amade Echedu also supervised the candidate Leseho Koreta Sirwadi. Now those are the supervisors of our doctoral candidates, and we want to commend them for the great work that they have done to supervise these doctoral candidates to completion. Also, there are colleagues who labor behind the scenes to organize an event of this magnitude, and these are colleagues in the graduation division of our university, colleagues in the division of institutional advancement, colleagues in the human resources department of our university, and colleagues in the department of facility management, and colleagues in the multimedia center. We want to say to these colleagues, thank you for the great work that you're doing for our university. I always maintain that even if your names do not get noted in the programs that we use, please know that the service that you render into the university is quite enormous and invaluable. Also, we would want to acknowledge Mr. Wilder Jones, the organist, for the beautiful musical renditions, and we want to say thank you very much for sharing your skills and talent with us. But before I introduce the person who will deliver the Chancellor's address, it is important that I make the following announcements. Firstly, all cell phones must be put on silent mode. And when I'm making this announcement, I expect you to check your cell phone and ensure that it is on silent mode. Because beyond this announcement, there is no cell phone that is going to ring. If you do not know how to do it, please ask the person next to you to assist you. The second announcement is that at UNISA, graduation is a celebratory event. And in the African context, when we celebrate, we do a number of things. One of the things that we do is we ululate bomme. And here we're talking about the pure African ululation. Not these fakes that we hear, lately. But also when we celebrate, there are praises that are made, and also there are dances that are displayed. Now we want to say to you, if you want to ululate, do so. If you want to praise, do so. If you want to dance, do so. However, it is very, very important that you do that with absolute moderation. Every candidate who's here deserves to have his or her name being announced without interruption. In other words, when the candidate ascends and stands here, we must have absolute tranquility. The only person who will be talking is the dean or the official representing the college. Now, once the name has been announced between this point and where I would be seated, you can praise. But as soon as your daughter, your son, your nephew, your niece kneels where I would be seated, you keep quiet, absolutely quiet, because it is the opportunity for another candidate. If we do it that way, we will enjoy the proceedings. The third announcement is that you, the graduates, none of you is permitted to hijack this microphone. That announcement must be adhered to without compromise, because if you do so, remember, you are disturbing the proceedings. And we are working within a limited space of time. After this ceremony, this auditorium must be prepared for the next one. There are 3 ceremonies, including this one, that have to take place today. So if we prolong one ceremony, we disturb the next. We want to solicit your cooperation in that regard. And once you have traversed the stage, please walk back to your seat as directed. Do not go home. You will only go home after the ceremony has been dissolved. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to introduce Dr. Dineo Dolo to you. Dr. Dineo will deliver the Chancellor's address. She is the chair of the Department of Educational Leadership and Management in the College of Education. She completed her master's degree in Education, Leadership and Management at the defunct Vista University. She obtained her PhD in Curriculum Studies at the University of South Africa. Following the completion of her PhD studies, she chose to use the findings and recommendations of her thesis to initiate an engaged scholarship project in the Free State in partnership with the Free State Department of Education's Moteo District, named the iSTEM, to improve participation of girls and young women in the STEM fields. She also published several articles from her thesis, including integrating technological and educational collaborations, enhancing leadership and participation in STEM fields. Her research focus is in social justice through the empowerment of girls and young women, contributing to addressing Sustainable Development Goals 4 and 5, that is, quality education and gender equality. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together as we welcome Dr. Dineo Dolo to the lectern.
The Chancellor of the University of South Africa, Thabo Mbeki in absentia, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Puleng Linkabula in absentia, Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Solomon Mahanu, Deputy Director, Registrar, DSAA, Mr. Robert Bezerinode, my dear colleagues, family members, and well-wishers, UNISA graduates, good morning, goeiemorgen, absheni, sanibonani, molweni. We are here as the family of UNISA to give an honor to the graduates of 2025, the year of divine revelation. But in order to do justice to the cause, we first need to acknowledge and appreciate those who stood behind you so that you may be here today. Family members, parents, spouses, children, neighbors, well-wishers, you gave them food when they were not able to cook for themselves while they were studying. You gave them the money to pay their fees. You also gave them the money to buy sweets. And you motivated them when they wanted to give up. You have enabled them to dress up to this occasion. And look how beautiful they are. The list is endless. Your contribution to their studies is valuable and immeasurable. And for that, we duly respect and thank you. Graduates, when I look at you, I see tears that have dried out. I see sleepless nights that you still have to catch up with. I see stress and anxiety. It looked impossible until you tried and failed and tried and failed and tried again, and you got it. Look where you are now. You did it. You have actually made it. Well done and congratulations. Shout out for yourselves. Take time to celebrate this achievement. I'm here to give you permission to fully celebrate yourself and let no one take that away from you. Thereafter, come back to the reality of the current history. This world is in the midst of political instability and conflict. There's a need for leaders with the knowledge, skills, values, attitudes that you have worked so hard for in order to call them your own. The schools are war zones where neither the teachers and the learners are safe. The education systems are in crisis due to the disjunction between good policies and politics. There's a need for teachers who will come up with strategies to ensure that children and youth do not miss out on their right to education. Graduates, artificial intelligence has entered our house through the back door. We need researchers to investigate ways to control AI so that it does not take over humanity and end up becoming our manager. There's a need for the development of implementable policies and guidelines to use AI in order to benefit from it, and the best ways of integrating technology into the classrooms, as well as providing training for the users without creating dependency and laziness tendencies. Another guest who has become a resident is climate change. It has started causing environmental degradation right under our noses, posing a severe threat to ecosystem and human societies. There's a need not only to foster awareness, but also to promote sustainable practices to save this planet for the future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, the disruption and impact of COVID-19 are gradually fading in our minds, as if we are ready for another pandemic. Beyond the disturbance of our basic health systems, COVID-19 aggravated the socio-economic inequalities that we are currently experiencing. As if that was not enough, there's a great emergence of mental health disorders. My dear graduates, as you go out into the world with your new qualifications, be warned. Manage your expectations, but most importantly, manage yourselves, lest you forget where you are coming from and where you are headed. UNISA has given you the colors and the brush. Go and paint paradise. In you go and have fun. And as I close, allow me to go home to my comfort zone and quote yet different extracts from different stanzas of the same poem titled If by Rudyard Kipling, and I quote, "If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can dream and not make dreams your master, yours is the earth and everything that is in it, and which is more, you will be a man, my son," close quotes. And of course, you will be a woman, my daughter. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request that we pause for a while to allow students who came late to enter the auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request that we give Dr. Tolo a firmer round of applause. Many thanks, Dr. Tolo, for the insightful and informative message of encouragement. I truly believe that the graduates, by extension, all of us would have picked some nuggets that we can keep, as guidelines in pursuit of our daily activities in life. We appreciate the efforts that we have put into the message. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request that the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Albertina Manyinyane Pitlela for the degree of Doctor of Social Work. I request the Supervisor, Professor H.M. Williams, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis, entitled The Influence of Social Media on the Intimate Relationships, Guidelines for Social Work Practice, she explores the nuance and evolving role of digital communication in shaping the dynamics of couples' intimate relationships. Using a qualitative research approach, she provides rich empirical insights into how platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, influence intimacy, trust, and communication. Her work not only highlights the challenges posed by social media, but also provides practical guidelines for social workers supporting couples as they navigate these complexities. She makes a valuable contribution to the field of social work, particularly in the context of digital age, relationship dynamics, and therapeutic interventions.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Albertina Manyinyane Pitlela the degree of social work.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Social Work on Albertina Manyinyane Pitlela.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Lekau Daniel Mguni for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Dr. F.N. Ntluedibe, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis, John Pokela, Political Biography of a Pan-Africanist Congress, PSC, leader in South Africa between 1921 and 1985. He thoroughly investigates the life, ideological development, and political activism of John Nyati Pokela within the broader liberation struggle. He examines Pokela's formative years, his leadership in the PSC, and his central role in the establishment of POTCO, later APLA. His findings constitute an original and valuable contribution to the historiography of South Africa's liberation by recognizing or recovering the neglected contributions of Pokela and the PSC, thereby enriching understanding of the diversity and complexity of resistance against apartheid.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Lekau Daniel Muguni the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Lekau Daniel Mguni.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Mapete Jemina Mokeng for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request the supervisor, Dr. L. Matebe, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In a thesis entitled Determinants of Black Men's Health-Seeking Behavior in the Primary Health Care Settings of Garankuwa Township, Tshwane, Pretoria, she thoroughly investigates how health and disease are distributed throughout South African society and how diverse social contexts influence beliefs and attitudes towards sickness. She makes a significant contribution by adding to current studies on the interaction between society and health and by applying the assumptions of the theoretical model of plant behavior to the sickness phenomenon. Her study shows that healthcare institutions have important social and cultural dimensions and consequences.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Mapete Jemina Mokeng the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Mampete Jemina Mokeng. Well done.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Motswalle Christina Kanyani for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Prof. MP Mudise, to read a citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis titled Exploring the Relevance of National Certificate Vocational Curriculum for Graduates' Employability in South Africa, this 71-year-old dynamite critically assesses the NCV curriculum's role in enhancing the employability within South Africa's technical and vocational education and training TVET sector. Using qualitative methods grounded in human capital and screening theories, the study reveals misalignment between curriculum content and industry needs. Key challenges include limited work-integrated learning and inadequate resources, highlighting the need for systemic reform. The research offers actionable recommendations to better prepare graduates for the labor market, namely strengthening industry partnership, updating curriculum content, and improving infrastructure. The study contributes meaningfully to vocational education discourse and policy reform.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Motswalle Christina Kanyani the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Motswalle Christina Kanyani. Well done.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Malente Mohaeji Mudungwa for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor A.P. Amadi Echendu, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In a thesis entitled An Investigation into the Adoption of Blockchain Technology as a Central Food Traceability System in the South African Fast-Moving Consumer Goods Industry, she explores the potential of blockchain technology to enhance food quality and traceability within the South African fast-moving goods manufacturing industry. Using the network theory, the qualitative study assesses current traceability technologies and examines the potential of blockchain technology to improve food security and responsiveness to consumer trends in South Africa. A blockchain-based framework is proposed, offering practical insights for industry stakeholders and policymakers, thereby contributing to food traceability research in South Africa.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on our colleague Malente Mogaedi Mudungwa the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Malente Mogaedi Mudungwa. Well done.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Lesego Koreta Serwadi for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor A.P. Amadi Echendu, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In a thesis entitled A Gauteng Province-Based Case Study to Explore the Influence of Business Incubation Processes on Entrepreneurial Performance and Growth Post-Incubation, she theoretically and empirically investigates whether business incubators are able to equip incubatees with sufficient resources for continued existence in the market post-incubation. The qualitative research establishes a linkage between the inputs supplied throughout the different business incubation phases and the entrepreneurial outcomes generated within the value creation process. She makes a significant contribution by developing two frameworks to monitor and evaluate business performance during and after business incubation.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Lesego Koreta Serwadi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Lesego Koreta Serwadi. Well done.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Winchester Maposa received the degree of Master of Commerce.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Master of Arts. Maleka Angeline Lepondo. Lebohang Letitia Mkoni. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Master of Visual Arts. Lizel Cecilia Krier received the degree with distinction. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Louise Shaw received the degree with distinction. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nhlanhla Buthelezi received the degree Bachelor of Theology Honours, which is obtained with distinction. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree Bachelor of Arts Honours. Justin Dominic Zimbanete. Bonyiwe Gamede. Dimpo Basetsana Khayan. Aisha Fikile Konziwe. Chanel Lina Mohaechi Langa. Dieketseng Maluka. Samantha Lauren Buckland. Vutlari Assistance Maluleke. Godfrey Mkatani Mtileni. Murendeni Matamela. William Laki Mbuto. Buikobo Motana. Glory Muela. Reboni Beverly Mohapi. Dinewa Molekwa. Sibonyi Lemoni. Muhubedu Fortunate Morena. Sibusisiwe Nomsa Msani. Lufuno Pel Motiba. Prudence Nzovu. Ndicheni Ndombeloni. Sibongile Maria Ntuli. Maketso Queen Porsche. Morungwa Velemina Rabushaha. Yosia Lillian Rihoto. Tulisile Accolade Sehoka. Tsepo Shikishi. Sophie left us Zita. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree Bachelor of Information Science. Koleka Victoria Mandobe.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Ika Elelo Pilo Dikgubelo Diking. Koketso Maru na Letlape. Ntauleng Malihlwa Mabote. Khomotso Tlou Machaka. Koketso. Oh, Magogo. Koketso Bridget Matlhobogwane. Libuani Fortunate Maligudu. Boitumelo Happiness Mofokeng. Koketso Njabulo Mkhanedi. Siviwe Nontobe Komsibi. Kudani Mlobezi. Ndibuwo Charlotte Ndou. Raisicha Edith Rambau. Candice Olivia Waldeck. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, may Lucy Emmanuel Chilaude receive the degree of Bachelor of Administration Honours. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Baccalaureus Technologiae. Sitembiso Bekisisa Khanyile. Bright Siloa. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Zoleka Kubeka. Hensuya Naidu. Tebogo Pito. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Lehloonolo Mamunyane Motshewa. Thandeka Faith Nkomo. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Siyavuya Ishmael Bulani. Melissa Duplessis. Netisha Tlongo. Tembeka Siziwe Fortunate Madonda. Ntabiseng Fortunate Maisela. Intelligent Re Atlerile Malika. Nkosinathi Victor Mamba. Tepiso Juliet Mameja. Raphalanyane Kagiso Manamula. Jean Puleng Mashiro. Sitle Masoka. Tabonga Rikobo Matenda. Noluthando Dolim Gotibana obtained a degree with distinction. Matron Lesedi Mudle. Mujaji Gracious Munakisi. Itani Owel Mushanganisi. Luvuyo Kabaka. Othandwayo Babalwa Rikwe. Reginald Tutule Mwalusi. Were you sitting here? Okay. Vunzeani Sebastian Chikalange.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree Bachelor of Social Work. Ntwanano Mabunda. Nowe tu Vuyokazi Notofa. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received bachelor. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree Bachelor of Information Science. Mazwi Sakile Gumed. Ayanda Penelope Kumalo. Buyisiwe Patricia Mngube. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Katleho Beti Mhlahlo. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Katleho Beti Mhlahlo receives the degree Bachelor of Arts in Nursing Science. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Bachelor of Arts. Koketo Chantel Mashiko. Fazana Kakarani. Fazana Karani. Teboho Antoinette Mofokeng. Caroline Kilebogile Nandipa Jia. Petunia Ranzu Mukari. Mbali Kutumela. Vukona Valencia Manganye. Palesa Bella Molefe. Londeka Sitole. Nokolo Koliswa Chabalala. Norin Tinotenda Gumbo. Rukhumuditswe Onela Komani. Mamosa Gwendolyn Ledwaba. Brilliant Mahara. Nonjabulo Msungu. Tato Mukwena. Senulo Olga Mumulongwana. Maria Popi Msiza. Noxolo Mthembu. Emma Nwamakulo Mthwa. Sarah Mtsweni.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Honours Bachelor of Education. Moto Mary Kapola. Tembani Judith Mabena. Ponto Stofila Skosana. Itumeleng Lukulwani. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Bachelor of Education. Francina Maleshwa Dlamini. Nomsa Felicia. Nomsa Felicia Gumbi. Tebogo Mary Khomu. Ayanda Prudence Kanyile. Kanyisile Charity Kumalo. Alwandle Ishi Kunene. Ntabiseng Lisia. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Melissa Lebenberg obtained a degree with distinction. Morongwa Rosina Mahape. Millicent Mahlayela. Millicent Mahlayela. Moses Nonyani Makena. Mpono Mpono Sophie Makua. Eskia Lesego Malete. Ofense Mareme. Bonisiwe Rosi Masina. Confidence Ranae Masindi. Spiwe Matebula. Ngobile Hope Mdluli. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Chogofatso Moagi obtained the degree with distinction. Violet Lesoma Lucy. Sarah Shinai Mohofe. Fikile Innocentiam Tembu. Nompumele Lomtembu. Amanda Ndenge. Tinyiko Sweetness Nkosi. Sisakele Nkuna. Ivodia Palesa Nyakani. Tebogo Alfred Ramashala. Hloniphile Zanele Sangweni. Yamukelani Vumani Sibia. Boyne Lay gave me twice. Spelele Nozipho Zulu. Nompumelele Zwani. Vanessa Geldenhuys. Umpile Sphiwe Mkhwanazi. Lebogang Dilebo. Martha Letsolo. Portia Cynthia Matu. Nonkululeko Busisiwe Machibela. Christina Michaba Mokhetle. Andres David Mtombeni. Andres David Mtombeni. Yes. Nelisiwe Carol Majisa. Caroline Nwabe. Maria Sonto Shabangu. Busisiwe Maluleke.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree Bachelor of Honours Arts. Yolanda Maisela. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree Bachelor of Arts. Tembisa Kibiklegu.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Charisse Geldenhuys. Dikeledi Joyce Kalaote.
Noko Kgaogelo Malachi. Gadifeli Manaka. Mampi Lebogang Manya. Paulos Mandlenkosi Masango. Maripa Noko Moabelo. Maripa. Buitimelo Mokwa. Palesa Moloi. Palesa. Siyabonga Roni Mchali. Lebohang Tumelo Petwani. Tembulowo Hanzumbarai Ravura. Katuchelo Silinda. Moyahabo Christine Tipe. Masha Motani Pule Shamti Tsetla.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Samkelisiwe Sharon Mkize receives postgraduate diploma in the College of Human Science.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Ashu Comfort Ebai received the diploma in distinction. Christiani Sabelo Matonzela. Cheryl Ntabiseng Makaka. Nazira Mohammed. Aisha Maini. Busisiwe Precious Nkosi obtained the diploma with distinction. Makhetane Georgia Ramachale.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the diploma in the College of Human Science. Tabiso Benediction Madua. Buitumelo Mahabu. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nelly Nonhlanhla Mathebula obtains diploma with distinction. Kamvam Takazi Mhlana. Karabo Mohlamunyani. Khulufelo Mothapo.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Lelishni Chetty receives the diploma with distinction. John Tsogofatso Dladla. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Prudi Motsweni receives the diploma with distinction. Nolutando Jennifer Nkabinde. Monique Ronel Pretorius. Khudirwang Victor Ramatlapeng. Precious Sebaka. Gentleness Mamule Shabalala. Tumelo Shai. Londeka Sikatlane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the national diploma. Billy Molate Mokwena. Carol Kulufelo Peche.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us give the graduates a thunderous round of applause. I thought when you are celebrated, you will reciprocate and stand up and, express your delight. My final task this morning is to conclude the proceedings. But to start off with, it is important that we express our delight and congratulations to all of you before we dissolve the congregation. Well done to all of you. You deserve all the commendations and the praises for the excellent work you have shown. We wish you the best of futures. But then there are thoughts that I would want us to explore as we bid you farewell. We live in a context where the value and importance of education is being questioned. But my perspective is that the value and importance of education is fundamentally to promote the quality of life in all its dimensions. The dimension of health, the social setting, economic, environmental, as well as political systems. If education fails to promote and enhance the quality of human life and experience, it would have lost its value. This assertion that I'm making becomes very important when viewed against the myriad challenges of the 21st century. And I'm very glad that Dr. Tolo, in her Chancellor's address, reflected on some of these. But chief amongst the challenges that we contend with in the 21st century is abject poverty and its related hunger, joblessness, and high rates of unemployment. Climate change, as Dr. Tolo indicated, and the major shifts as we see in geopolitics. Now, unfortunately, the impact of these exogenous factors that we contend with is much more pronounced in the African continent than elsewhere. A colleague of ours, Prof. Higgs, wrote an article entitled Nation Building and the Role of the University, a Critical Reflection. And in this article, he assessed that, and I quote, "There is a crisis of confidence in the role that universities should play in society. The ongoing process of transforming universities testifies to the enduring seriousness of the questions of meaning and purpose that the academy faces." Close quote. Yes, universities should transform in order that they stay relevant to the needs of society and respond appropriately to those needs. Because if they do not transform, they will be out of sync with the societal needs and imperatives. Because society, it's not stagnant, it's dynamic. But then at the heart of Professor Higgs' assertion is the very question of the value of university education, or tertiary education, if you wish. How does this education help us? How does it advance our lives? The transformative power of education is clearly evident at individual and national levels. At individual level, education improves a person's employability. When you get employed, rather when you get educated, you are likely to be preferred by the employers more than candidates who are not educated. Because education has equipped you with knowledge and certain skill sets that would be required by the employers. So literally, you will be preferred in the job market on account of the qualification that you possess. And also, because of the knowledge and the skills you possess, you are likely to become innovative and establish your own business, become an entrepreneur, and employ yourself and create employment for other people, simply because of the knowledge and the skills you possess. So these are the benefits of education at an individual level. That is why the pioneer president of our democracy, President Nelson Mandela, put it aptly in his book, The Long Walk to Freedom, when he said, and I quote, "Education is the greatest engine of personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the son of a mine worker can become the head of the mine, that a child of farm workers can become the president of a great nation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another," close quote. Therefore, just a mere reflection on these words will convince you that education improves one's development and even one's job prospects. But then at a national level, education enhances economic development and bolsters social development, among other benefits. Countries that are doing well educationally have strong economic systems. When you read the fact sheet released by the Department of Higher Education, and here I'm making reference to the March 2024 one, it clearly indicates that in South Africa, there are approximately 7% of people between the age of 25 and 64 years who have degree qualifications. Only 7%, which literally indicates that we compare poorly to other middle-income countries. And this results in a compromised international competitiveness. So the need is dire that more and more of us in South Africa should study and acquire knowledge, because this knowledge is the one that contributes to economic development. That is why we get so excited when we see you registering, studying, and completing your qualifications, because that is for public good. When you acquire qualifications, it translates into economic development. I'm saying this deliberately to make you aware of the responsibility that you now carry as a graduate. Remember the biblical mantra, to whom much is given, much is expected. So if the education that you possess is not going to change space where you occur, is not going to influence other people, is not going to improve the way of doing things in a positive way, that education is of no value. Therefore, as we release you, we want to implore you that go out there and improve the quality of life. Be a preserver of good quality. You must act like a preservative. You must keep the condition of an environment in the most beautiful and quality that it has, and arrest its deterioration. Why? Once more, in the biblical mantra, you are the salt you must preserve. So that is our imploration to you as we release you. Do not drift back and allow things to be as usual. You have knowledge, you must improve the quality of life. Now that you have graduated, you have all the rights to use the name of the university as a suffix to your name. If you have a Bachelor of Education degree, you will write Mokamedi Margaret, Bachelor of Education in brackets UNISA. So UNISA is your alma mater, and you are an alumnus of UNISA. May I kindly request the doctoral candidates to be on their feet. It is my singular honor to be the first to address you officially. I know that there are those who called you doctor, but that was unofficial. So I'm doing it with all the powers that have been given to me by the leaders of our university. To Dr. Albertina Manyinani Pitlela, Dr. Daniel Mguni, Dr. Mampete Jemina Muge, Dr. Motswalle Christina Kanyani, Dr. Malente Mukaiji Mudungwa, and Dr. Lesego Coretta Serwadi. Many congratulations for staying the course till this end. You have literally summited education. And that is so beautiful. But we want to implore you, as we implore the rest, that you do not stop in your moment of success. There is still a lot to be done. We want to encourage you to stay close to the university. Your skills are needed by the university and many other sectors of our country. It is a few of you, or the graduates in any country, who attain the level that you have attained. So we therefore want to congratulate you as we congratulate the rest, and they are taking leave from you that it is possible to reach this level. It is our desire and wish that you enjoy all the privileges that are attached to this lofty qualification. And if anyone refers to you as Mr. and Miss or what, please, with all the kindness that you can master, correct them. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, as we taper to the conclusion of the proceedings, we want to make an appeal to those who can afford to assist students who are unable to finance their studies. As you may be aware, the University of South Africa in the country, out of the 26 public universities, is the one that has opened doors much more wider to accommodate even students who come from the extreme economic margins of our country. The registrar, Professor Moloko Sepota, will indicate to you that out of the 378,000 students who are registered at UNISA, in excess of 50% of them, over 50% of them, are reliant on the subsidy that is provided by the government, NSFAS. But they are not funded to the magnitude NSFAS funds students at your typical contact universities. So despite that assistance from the government, there is still more need to support our students. And as a university, we are doing a lot to try and close the gap. Just on Saturday, rather Friday, last week, the Chancellor, His Excellency Dr. Thabo Mbeki, hosted a golf tournament in Roodepoort for the sole reason of raising funds to support students who are in need. And I'm glad that out of that exercise, thousands were collected, which will be used to support students. Now, we want to appeal to those. This is not obligatory. You are not compelled, but we want to solicit your act of kindness to contribute to the UNISA Bursary Fund, which is intended to support students from poor backgrounds. And the details of the bursary funds are obtainable from the website www.unisa.ac.za. So by accessing that website, you will be able to get the details and to indicate the amount of money that you would want to contribute. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 24 of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. Please, let's rise. by virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.